Greetings and salutations, folks. My name is Nick, and welcome back to the Final Fantasy VII Remake, where we've actually done all of the side missions. Despite 2 episodes ago, when I spent probably a bit too much time complaining about the extra side missions. Which is fine. We actually have done all of them but one. Corneo's secret stash. There's still one more stash remaining, but it is in the sewers. And apparently, in order to access the sewers, we actually have to continue the main game. Like, the game says, hey, don't go up to the Shinra headquarters because that's when you can't go back. But it gives you this warning really, really soon. Let us, though, give this Leviathan another try. We know he's weak to lightning. Let's take a look at our summons. Which summon actually does lightning damage? We have Ifrit, which is clearly fire. Chocobo and Moogle Materia are wind. Fat Chocobo is no element, and ice. Lightning didn't seem to do anything. So basically, Leviathan's big attack is the thing to watch out for.
I hope you will continue to help me gather vital information for my research.
But I'm guessing
Then I invite you to ready your portable battle simulator.
that I have to attack its fin to interrupt.
Steady.
Let us assess the situation, so at least we have that.
Let's do it right.
Ow. Okay, let's cure Cloud. And actually, we're gonna have Barret immediately use haste on Cloud. Cloud can cure himself again. That is very rude that it does like a whole... Okay. Regular cure on Cloud.
All good.
Tifa can cure herself. Still a pain in the butt, because it has big attacks that hit a wide area.
Still in it.
And it moves around a lot. What is that ability? Let's heal Barret. Alright, that was not bad. Ah. Barret, if you can heal Cloud. Yep. Hello. This is very rude of you. Still rude.
Serious.
Alright, Tifa, if you can heal Cloud. Let's use a limit break on the Leviathan himself. And he moved while I was doing the limit break. Like... Hold on. Alright. Let's do a cure on Cloud. You can cure yourself. You can cure yourself. Like, I want to say I'm supposed to interrupt that. Because it just decimated me the last time. And it did that again. Like, what am I exactly supposed to do?
Gotta stick it out till the end.
Like...
I know I did.
Okay, let's forget about it then. We tried, we failed, we tried, we failed again.
That was unfortunate, but remember, your limitations. I look forward to receiving all of your.
Yep, thank you for your assistance and that. Let us carry on with the main game. We will have to look up how to defeat Leviathan, or if there's a means of interrupting that attack.
Welcome to Sam's delivery service.
I do not recognize said moment. Let us go to the entrance to Wall Market and make our way over to Corneo's mansion, where apparently he's missing. Apparently there's something going on over there. Okay. Okay, so we still, at the very least, are full health, so we don't have to worry about the damages received while in virtual reality.
A public security team walks right into Corneo's mansion.
The Coliseum is open
tell
for
anyone.
business and hundreds
I heard
Don't tell anyone, but I have something that I'm going to say out loud in the vicinity of anybody passing by. Hopefully nobody will be passing by who would be interested in the information I am secretly giving to you out loud in my regular speaking voice.
no one's home.
Knock, knock. There wasn't even the public security team? I mean, I suppose we don't really... Do we really need to explore this area? Like, we've already been here. We've already picked up the stuff. And if we're going to be moving at such a slow pace, we might as well just carry on. Ah, it's this guy.
Long time no see. What brings you back here?
Well, we need to find a way to get topside as quickly as possible. And we figured Corneo ought to know one.
Is that so? In that case, I can help.
You serious? Then tell us.
Follow me.
Also, I forgot that I equipped Barrett with the wrecking ball walking into the Leviathan fight, so that probably didn't help either. But still, what do you do in regards to the tidal wave? Do you just hope you have enough stagger meter? Do you hit him with lightning?
So,
Lightning didn't
what's
seem
the
very
deal with the
effective at all.
Unfinished business. If you three give me a hand with it, I'll give you what you need to get topside.
You want us to go back into the sewers with you? What's down there?
Corneo's hidey hole. That's where I'm headed.
You're not gonna try to screw us over, are you?
If that's what you think, walk away. I'll find somebody else to work with. And you'll have to find another way to get topside.
All right. We're in.
Say what?
He betrays us. He dies.
Fine by me.
He kind of has a Quicksilver look going on.
I'll tell you more after we've climbed down. When you're good to go, let me know.
Like Quicksilver from the Fox X-Men movies. All right, let's do it.
You guys ready? Okay. Follow me.
Seriously, what's the deal with the hole?
It's a trap for the Don's enemies.
What?
No one's ever gotten out alive. Well, until recently, that is.
And then we installed a ladder. I forget what I'm supposed to do for the wrecking ball.
You're gonna hold up your end of the bargain, right?
Long as you hold up yours. Yeah.
I don't trust you and I don't like you. So if you so much as breathe in a suspicious way, I'll turn that face of yours into a honeycomb.
I'd save your bullets for the monsters if I were you. Some are a lot tougher than you'd think. Hate to say it, but I can barely take them on my own. You, on the other hand, shouldn't have any trouble. Am I right?
Let's get this over with.
All right, let us see what this fella needs in the sewers. And also, at what point can we stop and unlock the door to Corneo's stash?
Head for the trunk line. It marks the border with Sector 7. You three lead the way. I'll follow a short distance behind.
You're not gonna, like, take pot shots from a distance? Help out? A little bit? At all? Oh. That's convenient. A little bit of a shortcut to save ourselves a little bit of time. Although it looks as though things are a little bit more ruined than they used to be. Maybe I'm just perceiving it like that.
We do this fast.
All right, let's see if this works. It did, but it almost completely missed. Oh. Do we need to sit down on this bench? Yep, Tifa took like 15 health points of damage. We can sit down. Do we need to buy anything? Sell anything? I don't know. I find like the whole shop system in this game a little bit underdeveloped. Like, the shops I mentioned this before, the shops were more integral to the original game. You had items to buy, you had weapons, you had armor to buy, but when you remove the majority of the weapons, because weapons are fewer because they have abilities attached to them. And then you also remove armor. Then that essentially means that the vendors are really only there for specific purchases or items. And if items themselves are also used rarer because of the ATB system,
And don't come back.
then that also means that, like, even that purpose is lost. Like, in the original game, when you have everybody gets a turn, uses a turn. Like, ATB filled up depending on how fast the character is, and certain characters moved faster than the others. But using the action didn't feel like you were losing, you're using a specific amount of energy or a specific consumable supply in order to use an item. Like, there is the trade-off. Like, do you use an item or do you use an attack? Do you use a magic power in that original game? But at no point in the original game, if you use an item, like, the enemy doesn't interrupt you while you're using the item or using the attack or using the magic, and you end up losing your turn, which is one of my main complaints of this game. I said I was going to make a rule about that, unless I had something new to add. But, like, I find that this game discourages the use of status items. Partially because it's harder to be aware of what all 3 party members' statuses are at all times. And partially because if you're playing as one character, and your character gets knocked out, you can just switch to another character and continue playing. And the experience isn't necessarily changed because your party members don't necessarily add the same value to the fight when you're not controlling them. If I'm playing as Cloud only, Barret and Tifa are not going to be contributing much themselves. All they're going to be doing is attacking and building ATB very slowly. Like, you look at Mass Effect. Mass Effect's parties, you can actually set it in different manners. You can be as controlling as you want and decide when your allies are going to use abilities or not. Or you can just have them go free as they want. And when you're going into a fight, you're attacking, you're using your abilities, your allies are attacking, your allies are using their abilities. A better example might be Dragon Age, where, like, you can set specific things for your allies to do. Like, when your character is underneath this amount of health, heal your character. If your character is being attacked, jump in, shout taunt. Like, it's much more complex. It's way more complex than this game probably would have ever been. But, like, I feel like that's one of the things this game suffers from, is, oh yeah, the Wrecking Ball. Is, your allies aren't that useful in a fight while you're not controlling them. They don't add value to the fight. Whereas, like, you look at the original game, and the main character is Cloud, but every character who is in the fight has a role. They're doing something. Because you're not necessarily just controlling Cloud, you're controlling every party member in the fight itself. Barret. Smack down. Strike the ground and send nearby enemies flying. Strike 2 or more enemies. All right. Let's do this. Let's fight.
I won't lose.
It's on you.
All right, watch and learn. Time for a serious ass whooping.
Okay, we can at least get...
Send you around the world in back.
I think that actually hit multiple of them.
Oh, you gon' feel this. Don't look now, but it's about to get real.
Yeah, this is a really slow attack.
Send you around the world in back.
And it's done. Thank goodness.
Catch you sleeping. Get your ass out of here. Now that is what I call teamwork.
I guess.
Barrett, you have a terrible understanding of teamwork. You did everything. But I will take the credit that you are offering me just the same. Let us swap out the Wrecking Ball for the Big Bertha, my preferred weapon for Barrett. Oh yeah, and we upgraded, because we did all of these last minute side quests, we did get upgrade points. I don't know if I can actually or I have anything I'm that interested in spending it on. Oh, have I gotten all of these? I have. Let's go Punisher mode. And then for Barrett, we have 23 points, so that gives us a lot more to work with. We unlocked all of those. Where's that self-healing boost? Significantly increases the effectiveness of healing spells cast on you when HP is 25% or lower. I'll take it. Okay, and now I can't do anything for Barrett. Tifa. You look like you should be able to do a bunch with that. Oh, excellent. And you know what, Aerith, why not upgrade her weapon too? Like, she hasn't shown up for a little while due to being captured. All right, where were we going? To our left. After all of that, we can save our game because we are done upgrading weapons, at least for now. Barrett can return to shooting bad guys all around the world.
Won't be tough.
Of course not.
Yeah, let's try this, actually.
I'm through with you.
Hit you with another braver. Alright, that gets rid of you. Nope. And then another braver for you.
Deal with that.
About damn time.
Let me do it.
Let's try Star Shower, see how that is.
There. Give him your all.
Okay, that actually helps out, and then a couple of chi traps. Never mind, I didn't even have time to put down a second chi trap. Not so fast. Is there nothing in that direction? It seems like nothing. You know, having Leslie just kind of follow at a distance is very convenient for the video game.
Piece of cake.
Because, like, it doesn't actually have to determine, like, where his positioning is in comparison
Don't overdo it.
I'll do it.
All set.
to everybody else.
Damn it.
Damn it.
Finish him off. There.
Okay, how about some chi traps for you?
No surprises there.
Like, am I going the right way now, though? Oh. But there is at least a treasure chest, so we found something. Oh, I'm guessing this area was blocked off and I just didn't look. I'm sure that is the case.
That's that.
That's the way to do it.
I appreciate these fights for being easy. Yeah, that's about it. It's very nice of them for being sprinkled in every so often.
The mark of avalanche. Right. Jesse and Big stashed the skeleton key down here.
I never got the chance to thank them for what they did.
Tifa.
Let's just keep moving, okay?
Hate to interrupt, but the trunk line's just through that door. The one over there.
Yeah, we heard you.
Is there a key that we should be looking for? What do we need a key for? I mean, besides opening a lock. What lock? Where is this lock? Have we not discussed this before?
Maybe. About time.
This way. There should be a door with Corneo's mark on it around here somewhere.
Wasn't this locked before?
Your time to shine. Clear the path ahead, would you?
Yeah.
Can I ask you something? Why did you help us out before? You could have lost everything.
Andrea, you told me to.
That really it?
And I couldn't bring myself to let it happen again.
Huh?
It doesn't matter. Let's go.
He knows what happens to Corneo's wives.
Okay, let's go.
Gonna finish it quick.
Ah. I dislike the fact that you have an instant... Well, almost instant counterattack. Alright. Do a couple bravers on you, maybe? Ah.
Let's do this. You're done. You're all out.
How about I'll do a limit break on you.
Finish it.
And you can do 2 chi traps on him. Excellent.
Let's move.
Not so fast.
Wait.
Oh, there is a bench ahead. There's also a... Nope, that is not a wide area.
Getting
It looks
close
like
to
it
Corneo's
is.
hideout. From here on, I'll take the lead.
All right, if you're in the lead, then I would imagine that there isn't going to be a... You know, there could be a big boss monster. It could be the return of the creature that was hiding behind beneath Corneo's room. The chase. It's interesting that they added that motorcycle sequence towards the beginning of the game, because you still end up spending a lot of your time not racing motorcycles. So by the time you have to escape Shinra, inevitably, I suppose, towards the end of the game, like, you'll still only have had the one time on a motorcycle. Like, it's not an active element of gameplay.
Yeah. So how are we supposed to get topside?
Through here.
Then you're telling me we're not done?
Sorry, guys, but it's not that simple.
No! Wait! We gotta catch him!
Huh?
He took the key to the door! Without it, we're screwed!
Let's
What
go.
is that thing? But, like, I feel like that, the inclusion of the motorcycle sequence
Faster whip that way.
towards the beginning of the game is one of those things where, like, when you're making the remake, you're looking at things that are so iconic that people remember it so well. And you're like, we want more of that. We want more of Sephiroth. We want more... what was the name of his song? The Sephiroth song that plays, his theme. One-Winged Angel. We want more One-Winged Angel earlier on in the story. Ah.
Nothing to it.
I thought I was far enough away. Wow, that was terrible. Damn it.
Gotta be careful. Not looking good.
Yeah, these guys are specifically tougher simply because of their jump ability. Let us try some chi traps. Does it hit anything? Damn it.
I won't.
Nope, nope, stop. Keep attacking the one guy.
Let's go.
Oh, yeah, Cloud. Use your limit break on that one.
No more games.
Barrett, you can heal Cloud. Son of a... Oh, they're just dead now. I don't know how that happened.
Where the hell did that thing run off to?
Oh. This wasn't enough fun already.
All right, let's cure everybody, top everybody off. Is that the spawn of the of Corneo's creature? Is there any reason for me to go in this direction now? Oh, there is reason. Because there's treasure. 2 tufts of Phoenix down.
Keep your cool.
No need to worry.
Do you have any abilities, sir? The answer is no?
Maybe dial it back a little?
No. Look, if you're not summoning the moon to crash down on an enemy in every fight, even if you're just fighting a were-rat, like, are you really up to your abilities? Are you really using your powers to their fullest? Oh, that's not the one we were looking for. Hello, beastie. Ah. Oh my gosh. Collect. What are you collecting? Yeah, fire extinguisher. All right, let's cure Cloud and Tifa.
I'm just getting started.
Like, you can continue spinning. Ah.
Feel it.
Okay, so he does have abilities.
Give him your all. That's that.
You're good at this.
All right, let's save our game because I don't think I'm necessarily good at this.
Told you so.
I try my best. Oh, hello. More of you guys. Tifa, how are you already half dead? Why do you target... Oh my gosh. Actually, that wasn't terrible. Oh, it's one of you, too. Great. Alright, let's... Barrett, if you can heal... Cloud. Cloud, if you can do that. Oh, great. Okay, Tifa, if you can heal Barrett. All right. And then focus thrust on you.
Would kill for a shower.
Or I would go for a bench. I could go for a bench. Ah, and here we go. We've got Leslie following us now, but not at a distance. Just kind of there whenever the fight is not happening. Oh, okay. There's nothing in that direction.
You really want to throw down with me?
Ah. Let's use... Yeah, let's try it out. Excellent. But now... Damn it. Oh my gosh. Damn it. Alright, let's use Cure on Cloud. Tifa can cure herself.
Second wind.
Ah.
Going in.
Alright, Infinity's End on you.
Let's finish this.
And then Limit Break on you, because why not?
Ain't got nothing on me.
Alright, which way am I going? I'm going this way, through this gauntlet of battles.
Got you now. So, gonna make us work for it, are you? I'm not gonna hurt you, little fella. So just stay.
You know, the game was just trying a little bit too hard to make it seem like the chase was over, that the gauntlet had come to a close. Alright, let's take care of the dream fish, the sleepy fish. Yeah, let's wait. I did not realize. There was another one of you. Oh my gosh. I didn't even notice I had turned into a frog.
Seizing the open.
Okay, let's heal ourselves.
Still in.
Like, dodge is not very useful in actually dodging attacks in this game. Or at the very least, I should say, it's not as useful as other dodges in other games. Like, if it had a little bit more distance, that would be nice. If it had some degree of... Cloud, how are you still a frog?
I'm just getting started. It's on you.
I got this.
Okay, Infinity's End. Hopefully that hits.
That's a win.
Thank goodness it did. Alright. How is our health? Good enough. Let's save our game.
Take the right.
I'm on it.
Your days are numbered, rat boy.
I was gonna say, how much longer is this chase going to go on? Do we need to be walking so incredibly slowly for this particular sequence? And if we have to, why isn't it just a cutscene?
Just like his owner.
Oh, hold on. I guess we need to drain the water first. Can we? No. Can we on this side? Also no. Okay, let's save our game, just in case this is a fight. Good enough. I did not realize this battlefield has grown so crowded. Excellent. Barrett, if you can heal yourself. Alright, Infinity's End again on Mischievous Shoat. How about... And Barrett, if you can... Let's hold off on Barrett, actually, for a second. So Barrett now can use Maximum Fury. And Leslie is so helpful. He's just standing right there, doing absolutely nothing. There we go.
Give it back.
That's...
Give it back.
That's not a key.
Sorry.
That's not your pendant either. Were they family?
No.
It was all just a dream, wasn't it? But one day, no. Time to wake up and forget.
Six months ago. On that day, Corneo picked her as a bride, and on the next, she vanished without a trace. But before she did, she gave it back. Salt on the wound. Thing cost me a small fortune.
Why did you want to come down here?
Revenge. I know I need to let go, but I can't. I need closure, because without it, I'll never be able to move on.
It's fine. As long as you get us topside, we're still in.
Thanks. And don't worry. I got you.
You all right?
I know a shortcut. Follow me.
All right, well, first... And then, of course, as tradition... Now, am I able to deal with the water, or do I have to continue following you for a little bit first? Like, does this do something, or is this just decorative? Like, that still does nothing. I was not expecting this place to be flooded off, is what I'm trying to say. All right, let's follow Leslie a bit longer. If it turns out we screwed up something and did not pull a switch that we were supposed to, then so be it. I will live. Can I talk to you?
That twisted piece of shit. I'm gonna enjoy beating him to a pulp.
Corneo's mine, and mine alone.
Huh?
Please.
Fine.
Ah, there we go. A little bit odd to have the switch all the way over there. Almost as if the game is saying, hey, do you really want to go all the way back there? Are you really that interested in that stash? We're not going to reward you that easily. Just walk up to the door and unlock it. That'd be crazy talk. Let's make you get some steps in. Get some cardio.
Here I go.
Right behind you.
Oh. Hello. I was not expecting a fight. Is Tifa a frog? Yes.
Here.
Ah, damn it.
Come on.
Yeah. Tifa, if you can heal yourself. Oh my gosh. Are you both cursing us?
Hope you're ready.
Okay, I was hoping I was going to be able to use that ability before I got cursed, but... Oh my.
Hey, fight's not over yet. Bring it to heat.
All set. It's over.
And I've been turned into a frog again. Alright, let's... Phoenix down you. Maiden's Kiss Tifa. Again. Ah. I don't have... I'm not made of items. How many items do you think I have on my person at all times?
Hang back.
Okay. Let's try to get rid of this guy. Son of a... And Cloud is dead again. And Tifa's still a frog.
This time. Great.
That's that.
All right, got rid of one of you.
Ain't dead yet.
Okay, limit break on the prince. Who has a lot of... You have a lot of... But you can't use spells right now because you are a frog. Okay, let's stop being a frog. Heal Cloud.
Don't look now, but it's about to get real. Hard on the back.
All right.
No surprises there.
Oh, no surprises. None. That's a very optimistic view of this fight that just happened. An emerald tier up.
Y'all think we got everything? Question is, now what? It's not gonna be easy selling this stuff.
Oh, I know. What about Marl?
We could ask her to help. I'm sure she'd be happy to.
An enfeeblement ring. All right. Barrett, you still have MP. Tifa, you still have MP. All right. Let us return to Leslie, wrap up this trip into the sewers, and get ourselves ready to go topside. Finish the main campaign, and then be ready to move on to Yuffie's episode. Yuffie's episode. Is it Yuffie or Yuffie? I don't remember. Hopefully there will be a character who says her name verbally so that the mystery is revealed. Oh, hold on. There's a box. It had nothing. Oh yeah, we have been here before, because we are returning to the door that we could not access since the creature had taken our key. Oh, hold on. Why must we be walking so slowly while in the vicinity of the door? All right. We definitely needed that.
Wait outside.
Think the kid's gonna be okay going it alone?
Do I have to actually wait? Okay, nothing is happening, so I'm guessing the waiting part is strangely given despite... Oh. Another bench. We don't need to sit on both benches. Does that mean that there's going to be a fight? There's a pretty big area in front of us. So that seems like there's probably a fight through this door.
It's Leslie! Got some urgent info for the Dawn!
Come alone.
Of course.
Really? Without my little avalanche kittens? I thought I told you to round them up and bring them to me.
Actually, it's them I came to talk about.
Leslie. I don't think I need to remind you why I'm down here. Spilling the beans to those 3 escape artists was a serious mistake. Now I'm on Shinra's shit list. The plate stunt was meant to be an unprecedented tragedy, claiming countless innocent lives. But those naughty little kittens organized an evacuation and screwed up the plan. I'll let you in on a secret. Shinra's going to abandon Midgar and build something close to paradise. I was invited to be a part of it. Dawn of a new and improved wall market. I'll be lucky to live another week. Leslie, I was gonna let you run your own place. Give you a piece of the action. What a shame. Pop quiz time, kiddo! Villains like us only divulge our evil plans in a certain situation. But what is that situation,
When you think you've already won.
Goodbye.
Think again, Don.
Huh? It's you.
You were talking about the Sector 7 plan. Keep talking, asshole.
Ah! Over there! Over there, look!
Don't try to bullshit us.
But that's the thing. It's not technically bullshit when it's true.
Like, you don't need all three people to look. You can just have one person look.
Good, Abzu. Feel free to play with your food. Dawn out. Bastard.
Dawn out! Very, very nice. Oh no, more of these guys. Great.
First him, then Corneo.
Ah, son of a... That is not a good start. Pure Cloud.
Second wave.
Oh. They are much weaker than I was expecting. Okay, Infinity's End on your tail.
It's over.
Ah. And then another one on your tail, why not? Yep. Are they fleeing the fight? I mean, I'm already attacking you. You don't have to provoke me. Yeah, sure. Ah, damn it. It's too bad I can't interrupt. It's too bad like I can't interrupt an ability after I've started it. Simply because of the fact that it's so dependent on the distance characters are from the enemies in the field of the battle.
Let's try that again.
Like, that would solve one of the problems I have. with the combat system in this game. Barrett, if you can heal yourself. Barrett, if you can heal yourself again. Ah, son of a... Tifa, if you can heal yourself. Okay, if you can please stop moving around everywhere. Oh, is he sad that his little guy got knocked down? Okay, you can heal yourself. Tifa can heal herself. Barrett can heal himself. Stop headbutting. Barrett, if you can heal Cloud.
Take the lead.
I'll take over. Still it.
Ah, damn it.
I got this. It's over. It's on you.
Let me handle this. Giving it my all. Down.
Okay. Think we're good. We're good. All right. Let's see how Leslie and the Dawn turned out. We can't go to the bench. So let us all cure.
You okay?
Where's Corneo?
Sorry, bastard got away.
It's fine. I'll track him down eventually. Not like I have anything better to do.
Which means that these characters will show up in the sequels.
You know, I wouldn't be so sure about that. She could still be out there.
Can never be sure how much someone means to you till they're gone. Don't give up on her yet.
Was it a message? What was she trying to tell me?
We'll meet again.
Huh?
It's a symbol of reunion.
Then I guess I've got no choice but to find her first. Thanks.
Hold up. I think you might be forgetting something.
I haven't. Found it. Let's get out of here. And then I'll give you what you need.
What's in the sack?
Taste that sweet Midgar smog.
This way.
Grappling guns.
Ah,
You can practically fly with the souped-up motors on these babies.
all right.
Sector 7 is on the other side of that wall. The guns will get you over and past it, along with any number of other obstacles. But they're one-way tickets.
Now
So once
is
you
where the
start up,
game should be
there's no
like,
coming back.
hey, this is the point of no
Probably
return.
Get your affairs in order, just in case.
Thank you.
Didn't tell you before, but we're looking for someone too.
That right? Hope you find it.
You too.
Let's go.
Not just yet. Yes, return tomorrow. All right. It's nice timing.
Everyone who got out ahead of us has probably moved on. We're the stragglers, huh? Still space in the shelter.
Marl, we got some stuff we need to sell.
Oh,
what can you do
did you
for
get?
us?
Gifts from an angel.
They're to be used to help the people of Sector 7 rebuild.
The angel of the slums? You didn't meet her, did you? Tell me, what was she like?
Never met her. Just her go-between.
A shame. Oh, bless her sweet soul. I don't know what to say. I'll make sure the funds are put to good use. Here, why don't you take this? Something tells me you can use it more than me.
Oh, is that quest just done completely? It is completely done. Fantastic.
Not bad for a day's work.
Well,
Should we go back to the shelter?
this is where we're going to stop for the night. Next time, we will go towards the wall, to Sector 7, to Shinra headquarters. For now, got any suggestions for something to play next? Leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have yourselves a good night.